Hey guys, I'm just driving and I just dropped off Annika at school, and I was gonna just keep doing like renovations. Eric finished painting Annika's new bedroom last night, like fully painted the trims and everything, and we're not repainting the nursery. So the nursery is more just getting like a couple of pieces of new furniture and probably different things on the wall. And the main job was pretty much getting Annika's room all ready. So that's coming along really good, and I'm still waiting for a few pieces of furniture to come from Wayfair and some stuff from Etsy. So anyways, I was just gonna go home and refinish the big makeup table. And so what I think I'll do is I'll film a little bit of kind of what I did to refinish the little side tables that you probably don't remember that I showed in my last video, but I'll show you how I kind of refinished them and made them look nice. Annika loves them, and I painted like little roses on it and like gold detail everywhere. So now I have to do like the big makeup table where I get ready, and probably just put like well, obviously all her stuff in there and like crayons and probably stuff like that, you know, until those are all pieces that she can grow into, and you know, when she's 12 she can sit there and blow dry her hair and put on her lip smackers and all that good stuff. Okay, so if I move back, you can see how big the table is, and you can see up there is the mirror. So I'm just going to walk you through the steps of what I did to kind of just initially paint this. So what you would start with is just your piece of furniture and a hot soapy cloth, and you would clean the area really well. Then you would just go in with your paint. This is the Sloan chalk paint in the color Old White. So these brushes you can just get at Michael's. And I have two. I have one for painting and I have one for waxing after. And so waxing is just the finishing touch. You can always read more on Pinterest about waxing and picking a darker wax to paint on and then wipe right off to kind of get like a darker cast, or like depending on the effect you're going for. The wax that I'm using is just the clear wax, and this has not been waxed yet. So like I was saying, I washed the furniture and then I did one coat of the chalk paint with this brush, let it dry for 2 hours, and then I went back in with the chalk paint and just diluted it with, every time I use it, I don't use it right out of this container. I pour it into a little paint container and I add 1 teaspoon of water to it and I stir it all up. And what that does is it just helps the application to go further. The paint goes further and it goes on a little bit smoother. And what you can do then is you can sand it lightly kind of all around, and you can do another coat, or you could have, before you diluted it with water, given it a light sanding in between coats, which also gives like a really nice effect. So this is 2 coats. The first coat, the diluted coat, and then last night I just painted on the detailings, and I used not the Annie Sloan, but this is just chalk paint. Sorry, I don't know if it's blurry or focusing, but this is Art Minds. It's also from Michael's. So if you can use your, your coupons and your 50 offs, then that's great. And basically I've been diluting this with my white chalk paint just to create different colors. So it doesn't have to be perfect. I painted it on with a really small brush. And then I'm gonna dilute the yellow with the white and do detailing here on here to match the side tables that I have done. And I will show you guys that after. And then what I'm gonna do is paint on the gold detailing, which is also from Michael's. It's almost empty. Deco Art, Americana Deco Art Metallics, and it's a gold. And so all I'm gonna do is finish that. I'm gonna finish brushing on the gold with a big brush, finish the yellow here, and then I'm gonna take sandpaper and I'm gonna distress it all. So this is a 120 grit. You can use something lighter and softer, which I had been doing, and I just found that it took me longer to get kind of like the same result. So you can see here, there's, I don't know if you can see there's a little bump there, right? So we're gonna sand that down, and you're not gonna see any kind of lines and things like that. Just ripping this off after I'm done the painting and just going over everything. And if you just distress naturally, corners, edges, just where things would naturally look old, all around here in the detailing, it just gives a beautiful look. And I had distressed on the side tables the same, because it has all the same detailing on the side tables. So we had distressed all of this as well. And then you go over it and you wax it. So I'm gonna get started on some of that, and I will show you guys what that looks like, and probably speed up the footage and that so you can see what the gold looks like as well. Okay, so I mixed up some of the yellow here and some of the white, and I'm just gonna paint it on with a small brush onto the detailing. This part was actually really fun. It wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. If you kind of make a mistake or if you go outside the lines, it can be sanded right off usually. And by the time you put the gold detailing on top, everything kind of just meshes together anyways. I was so nervous. It was so weird to see this in color, like when I had done the side tables. I was like, oh no, did I ruin it? But it's so kind of appropriate for Annika's room, and she loves the, you know, like I was saying, the colors and everything, and the colors of the roses and all that. And what the gold just really ties it all in and gives it a very vintage feel. And it's almost nicer to hunt for, you know, affordable antiques and negotiate prices or whatever, and then kind of refinish it yourself. So I'm in no way very crafty or very smart with this kind of stuff, but like I said, Pinterest really helps, and it's kind of amazing what you can do. So now I'm going to go in with a brush about this size, waiting for it to focus. It's kind of like a medium size, and I'm just working within the lid of this gold and just taking a bunch. This part's the most fun, I think. Just taking a little bit and then just patting it off so that you don't have so much on the brush. And now I just go really around all the details all over the table. So it takes a little bit of time. But it's worth it, and it's really pretty. Okay, so it's a few days later, and I'm all done the kind of big job here on the makeup table. These I had taped up, but my husband was able to shine them up really nice with CLR and Mr. Clean, and they're so much more sparkly than they ever were. So I'll kind of go closer so you can see I put some gold details, the painting, and just kind of roughed everything up, as well as putting it in the little kind of crevices and things like that here. And so that's the middle table, and then again over there it's a little darker, and there's some detailing here. up on the mirror. And here, I'm super glad to finally be done. So I'll show the little side tables. So all that's missing on top here is the glass that goes over it. So I just have to polish that up and then put it on there. I'll need 2 hands to open this, but it's just a drawer here. And then this is like a bigger area where she can store things. I'll go a little closer so you can see. But I love that that I was kind of able to, it was intimidating to polish something like this up and to paint it because they were such beautiful pieces. I didn't want to ruin them, you know, but if you can personalize it and do it yourself, you know, for your daughter, how cool is that? I just finished stenciling. I'll bring you, this room is such a mess. I can't wait to have everything kind of cleared out. This is the other table. And this is her headboard. So I just finished distressing it and I just put the, I just painted the stencil, which really turned out far better than I thought it would. I had done a practice run once and it was pretty terrible. So my recommendation is to obviously tape the stencil onto your surface. Sorry, I want to show you guys the, I'm sorry this is so dirty, but I was sanding right over it. But I looked at this as a guide, and that's, I think, what made all the difference. So I'll zoom in a little bit. And I just put some gold like on the leaves and different tones on the flowers. And yeah, it's a lot prettier than I thought it would be. And then just some kind of light distressing. I didn't distress any of this furniture too much. You can see my shadow. I just wanted just like little accents. So now I'm going to wax it, which is really just the easiest part. You just take a big brush with the wax, brush it on, and then wipe it off with a soft cloth. And then we will put her bed together tonight, I guess, and just kind of get this room cleaned up, and then I can start adding different things to it. Okay, so that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I wanted to show you what I had been working on because it was a huge project, especially to take on pregnant. But I had all the furniture in this room already and I really wanted to make use of it for Annika. So I just kind of found ways to personalize it and do it myself. And if you are inspired to do the same, you'll really enjoy it. It's not as hard as it, I don't know if it looks hard or not, but it was overwhelming for me at first. And if you just do some reading on Pinterest, it'll give you more confidence, and it's really not that hard at all. And it just gives like the prettiest touch. So right now I have a package waiting for me at the post office, and I'm hoping that it's her curtains. I'm thinking that it is, and we're gonna slowly get this room put together. So I need Eric to put some furniture together for me, I think just a bookshelf in this room, and then we're gonna do her closet, and I still need to figure out a dresser for her, but I'm going to take my time on that so I can find just the right one, because we are short on space in here since she's got such kind of big girl furniture. She's getting the queen size bed that was already in here. The makeup table takes up a lot of space. So I say makeup table, it's now going to be a crayon table. So, you know, I don't have a whole lot of space to play around. So I'm just taking my time to find the right kind of last finishing touches for the room. So when it's all put together, and I don't know when that will be, I will definitely do like a little room tour on that, and maybe even the nursery. The nursery we're not doing a whole lot to, just a couple different accents and things like that, but it'll be really nice. So I'm nesting and I can't wait to get everything together, and this is just such a sweet moment, I think, for me, because I was watching, kind of looking back at my videos the other day, and I was watching one for when I was doing all my IVF stuff, and to even be here doing this is just such satisfaction for me, and I'm so lucky and I'm so happy, and pretty soon I'm going to be holding Adeline, so I can't wait. So I will see you guys in the next video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.